This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with
is a dangerous group that we're dealing with.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bills fans, welcome to 24/7 Buff Andamonia presents the K-Gun Report Easton DeHond donation raffle special show today. I'm Jared. Joining me today we have Scott. Hey, Swank.
Yo! And you might be hearing me through two microphones plus my own because these Reed boys are right here. Look, they're right here. Holy jumping Jesus.
We're all here, and we can all see everyone's comments. Welcome to the party, Fandemonium. Lisa, yes, we did have potty breaks, as Scott already said. So we like to empty the bladders before we get this going. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's a special show today. Not only is it Super Bowl Sunday, but it is our Easton DeHond raffle donation giveaway, and we had one heck of a turnout. I'm going to let Swank lead the way and remind everybody what the Easton story is.
Yeah, so my good buddy Josiah DeHond, his little 5-year-old son Easton, Joe's actually in the comments. He says, "Love you guys, thank you so much, Bills Mafia." Joe, as of the end of the raffle donations, which you can still donate if you want to send something to Scott's Venmo or PayPal or Cash App. Mm-hmm. How many did we have?
90 contributors. 90. Yeah, $1,800.
Wow.
$1,800. So that's awesome.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Hey, we gonna do this real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's cheers to the Bills Mafia.
And good health for the Easton family.
Yep.
Cheers, boy.
Man, those are pretty loud pops there.
Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Also, we had the monetary donations, but the prayers and tags and shares that we saw happening throughout the week and the last 2 weeks was amazing too. And we want to thank the Fandemonium and those who aren't even Bills fans who jumped in here to help out. A special thank you too. So here's to you guys.
For
sure.
Cheers. So really quick, just a recap. We've been sharing the hell out of this event. We've been trying to do something. This hits home with me because Joe's a very good friend of mine. Easton's a sweet kid, but he was sledding one afternoon, came in. He ended up having a seizure. They took him to the hospital, and one thing led to another, and they ended up finding a cyst in his brain and having to remove it, so he needed emergency brain surgery. He's a sweet kid, man. Big Bills fan. Loves Josh Allen. And I know Joe appreciates it. I talk to him quite often, but for me and all of you guys stepping up, and these two dudes in here pushing the hell out of it, and our sponsor, Ryan Hickman, stepping up big and donating one-off items, and all of our super fan friends for pushing the shit out of it. Our boy Troy Pedito for coming in at midnight and adding another extra thing to give it that extra push. It's really cool. Like we try to do as much charity and stuff like that as we can, or I don't know, charity, whatever. We try to raise money for people that need it, or that we just need to feel like we can do something when it's a hard situation that you can't do anything for. So I personally and we personally very, very much appreciate it, and I know Joe and his family appreciates it. So thank you guys for kicking so much ass, man. It really means a lot to me.
Man, I tell you, Swank, when I saw the 50 mark was our original goal. Mm-hmm. And when I saw that we had 5 days left and we already reached that 50, I look at Jared, I was like, we can do 75. Let's go for 75.
Yep.
And then obviously Ryan Hickman and Buffalo Autographs, right around that time, he's like, you know what, I'm going to throw in a Gabriel Davis canvas for you guys too. And guys, this Gabriel Davis canvas that you guys could potentially win, the Buffalo Autographs is having a signing in a couple weeks. And when you win this, you're actually going to let us know what you want what inscription you want on that canvas. So
how
Gabriel
crazy
Davis,
is that?
that's
dude?
Crazy. And then obviously you mentioned Troy Pedito with his Gregory Russo jersey donation,
Mm-hmm.
And guys, it's, Troy Pedito, I mean, I know his kid when he was young had some surgeries that were unexpected, and so this kind of story hits home for him too. And it's just, when it's about kids, you like to donate everywhere, but when it's about kids, it's unfair, many would say, because they're kids. They don't have any life decisions that have caused some of these things to happen. Yeah. When it has to deal with kids, it hits a spot that makes you just feel like you got to give more. And like Jared said, even if you don't have 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks and you're sending a prayer, that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough.
Well, yeah, man, and sharing it around and just creating awareness, right? And, anything. It's just like a testament to how great this community is, and appreciate you.
I might add also with Troy, not only did he come in at midnight, he said, he threw out a post that said if someone buys 2, he'll match it, right? So not only did he do that, but the individual who bought those last 2 to hit 80, he bought an extra spot for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Troy, kudos to you, man. Kudos.
Yeah, big up, man.
One of the good guys. There's a lot of them out there, and if you're looking for one, Troy is one.
He's one of the good guys.
So let me give a list of. So last time we did the donation raffle, we spun the wheel and then we pulled out of a hat whatever that person won. So this time what we're gonna do is we have a list of what the merch going out to you guys is, and we're gonna tell you what it is. Then we'll spin the wheel. So we're gonna go Sammy Watkins 8x10 first, the autograph. We're gonna go Zach Moss jersey, COA sign. Andrew Reed jersey, COA sign. Gregory Russo jersey signed, COA. Josh Allen, COA jersey signed. And last but not least, that canvas of Gabe Davis. And like Scott said, that's going to be an awesome one because you can have a personal inscription on that.
Mm-hmm.
So, cool.
Here's a game. What would you get if you won? Jared first.
Oh, my gosh, you're putting me on the spot. If I won that canvas by Gabe Davis signed with a personal inscription on it, I would have to say,
Stalling.
gosh, man.
Stalling.
Oh, my grandma always had a saying, and my mom really pushed this through too, is you aren't given the dream without giving the gift first to accomplish that dream.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
that might be something cool.
Hey, I like that, man. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Scooter.
Not bad for being on the spot. We didn't.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, our good friend Johnny Edwards, he's a big Chargers fan, and he said
Johnny.
if he won it, he's in the donation raffle as well, and he said if he won it, he would have written, "I wish Herbert was throwing me the ball." I don't think
he'd do that.
No, I don't think he'd do that. I don't know. It's something that's special to Gabe Davis. I personally don't like personalized stuff like, "Hey Scott, you're awesome."
Mm-hmm.
So just something that Gabe would do that you knew not only you had a picture of him, but he's doing a toe drag swag in that pic. So maybe keeping the swag on or the toe drag swag, something like that. I come up with something creative for him to write.
Before you jump in, Swank, I would probably want to do something that has to do with Easton too. Like
You're
something
doubling
along
up?
that.
You're doubling up on this
But
one?
I'm just trying to lead you away maybe for your answer.
Oh, you're trying to lead me into you having another answer through my mouth.
Yes, answered.
Yeah. No, I knew exactly what I wanted before I even asked you the question.
Okay.
See, so my inscription would be Swank, the better man won. She's beautiful. Congratulations on your marriage. Gabriel Davis.
Boom, boom. Guys, can I throw the surprise out there right now?
Do you really want to?
I want to, since we're talking about, you mentioned Easton, Jared, you mentioned Easton just now, and something that has to do with Easton written on there. Josiah, if you're watching, Easton, if you're watching, Ryan Hickman and Buffalo Autographs, the reason why there's only 2 of these being made, is one of them is going to the Fandemonium, the Mafia, whoever we spin, and we are sending little Easton a canvas with Gabriel Davis with the option of an inscription as well. So that's an awesome prize. That's something.
Hell yeah.
Ryan Hickman, he's got a 5-year-old himself, man, and what he went through this year, you got to hit up Buffalo Autographs. You got to go check them out. They do it for all the right reasons, and he was more than happy to do this. So this is awesome. So Easton, you got a Gabriel Davis canvas coming your way, buddy.
Oh, yeah, man.
One of two. So.
One of two. There's only going to be 2 of these made.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Guys, you want to do this Fandemonium Wheel of Destiny right now? You want to give it a spin for that Sammy Watkins?
Yeah, for sure. This is what would be considered the participation trophy in these group of giveaways from my personal collection, Mr. Broken Ankle himself, Sammy Watkins. And if you were in the comments earlier, you would see that Buffalo Spartan, our good friend and super fan, Buffalo Spartan, calls this the Wheel of Death because he never wins anything.
he'll get this one.
And for those of you who are watching, take a look at the names that are on that wheel.
Yeah,
That
it's the
is
biggest
an
one we've ever
impressive
had,
list.
man.
Very impressive, and again, thank you guys. Love it.
It is. All right.
You ready?
So,
This is a perfect seat. I could put this
spin
stuff right
that
in
wheel.
Here we go.
Swank, I can't read the name from here, so go ahead and yell it out.
Will it come up on your screen? Can you guys read it or no?
Let's see.
I got you. We got Dawn N. Number 76.
Don Nowak, I think's the name. Congratulations.
Nice.
You got yourself a Sammy Watkins coming your way.
Hell yeah, congrats. Thanks so much for participating and donating.
There you go.
You stay on the wheel too, right? Are we doing all that?
Yeah, because
You could win everything,
Yeah,
Don.
win everything.
We don't know.
Congratulations, Don.
Awesome. So that's the first one to go. 8x10, Sammy Watkins. We will, obviously, anybody and everybody who wins, please personal message 24/7 Buff Pandemonium with your address, and we'll send them out as soon as we all work. So as soon as anybody can get to the post office, pretty much. All right, guys, you want to talk a little bit about football before we spin again?
I think there's a Super Bowl today, right?
There's
there?
a Super Bowl.
I wouldn't know. I'm not watching it.
I want to know. I know, Jared, you're going to start off the topic. We're going to talk a lot about Bills football, guys, here in a little bit, but we can't ignore the fact that it's Super Bowl Sunday. The Joe Burrow Bengals versus the Matthew Stafford Rams.
I think you just answered the question.
What?
Burrow or Stafford, right? That's for me. That's who you want to win.
I think for a lot of non-fans of those teams, I think that's what it comes down to is what quarterback they like the most, other than Aaron Donald being the star on the other side of the defense with the Rams. Who are you guys pulling for and why?
Mike, you want to lead it?
Sure, man. I'm going for a thunderstorm that cancels the whole game and nobody wins. That would be great. I'm really torn, man. I think, like, ultimately it comes down to I like Matt Stafford way more than I like Joe Burrow.
Yep.
And I don't want to be, like, super, like, oh, Joe Burrow, I'm done with him. I think that he's super talented. I just don't – I'm huge on, like, how you present yourself and attitude and, like, tone. Tone is huge with me. Oh, my God. Ask anybody that knows me. Man, there's such a difference between saying, like, oh, cool, and oh, cool. You know what I mean? So, like, I get just, I'm really in tune with that kind of stuff. And for me, man, his pressers, like, all through the playoffs and towards the end of the season, I'm just like, this arrogant dude, you know? Like, I don't know if I'd feel like that with the majority of people that made it above anybody else, but, like, I'm like, I don't know. It's just not the way I would do things, so maybe I'm just biased in that way. So I think Matt Stafford, man, he is the epitome of, like, everybody who's tried to say, like, Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold would be great if he had a team around him. Or Jay Cutler would have been amazing. Or Phillip Rivers, man, if he had a team around him. All those dudes, if you watch the show, man, they all are what they are. I don't think that they would have been anything better than what they are. I think Matt Stafford absolutely has proven that he is 100% that guy. Like, he has a great team around him, and he has just skyrocketed the Rams into this position. And between those two quarterbacks, yeah, Stafford for real.
Yep.
I am not an Odell lover. I think that, he's second on my diva list to Antonio Brown on wide receivers. I'm not super pumped that he's probably going to win a ring today. I just come from, like, that era of the 90s where, like, players were loyal to teams and you didn't see, like, as much of this stuff publicly. I know there was some stuff going on, but, like, I don't know. I'm not pumped on Odell getting a ring. I'm definitely not pumped on Ramsey getting a ring.
That's another one, Ramsey.
Yeah. But if I had to pick, like, and I get, like, the Bengals, they're, like, the Cinderella story and all that stuff. It's just something about Burrow that I'm like, I think he needs to be humbled for a year. He needs to put his time in. Maybe that's it. We've talked about it on the show before where, like, I just feel like Josh should be there. Josh has earned it.
Right. Swank, is there, like, a jealousy, you think, for Bills fans? Because we've been working so hard for the last 5 years that a team that won 2 games last year, all of a sudden, or 2 years ago, is all of a sudden in the Super Bowl. It's like they didn't earn the stripes. But I know you got to play the games, right? You got to play your season.
Yeah.
But seeing Bengals in there already, it's like, well, they didn't really earn their stripe. They did, but it's like our Bills have been working so hard to get there, and now the Bengals are in.
Well, I think that, like, maybe jealousy is not quite the word. Maybe envy.
Jealousy.
Maybe. I think for me, it's just like it's more like sad. Like it's like Josh should be there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Josh should be there. He's 13 seconds away from being there and winning and ending, like, all of my childhood trauma. Like, he's 13 seconds away from just, like, crushing everything that little Justin has worn with him for, like, 30 years. Little Jay, you know what I mean? But, like, I don't know. And to be that close, whatever, it's I'm not trying to sound like a crybaby or anything. And I know the season's over. I know what it is. It is what it is. And I know that we have Josh for a long time. And that interview that Stephon Diggs did on that podcast, one of my buddies sent it to me, where he was talking about he knows how great he is, but he'd rather have the win than the touches. And, of course, he wants the ball, but he needs to do what he can do to get these other guys the ball so that they can win games and, like, all this stuff. And I was just like, the core, the nucleus of this team is just, like, so good. And I just – if they make a couple moves, they're like I said, like 2 moves away from like just killing it. So, anyway, sorry that was really long-winded, but
no, you're fine. You brought up a lot of good points. You know,
can I bring up one point, Scott, before you jump in?
Fire away.
Billy DeGroat. There's a halftime show surrounded by the game.
I think more people are hyped about the halftime show.
Our buddies in fantasy football are definitely hyped more about this throwback halftime show than I think the game, which is
well, if you're between ages of 35 and 45, I think this is the best halftime show that they potentially could have offered. But Swank, you brought up a lot of cool points. You know, this whole, there are worse quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl. I'll throw out Trent Dilfer. He won a Super Bowl because the Ravens had an amazing defense. Teams make it. We have our beginning of this season when a lot of people thought the Rams had a chance just because they have a stacked roster. And then, obviously, the team that snuck in, the Bengals. There's always a team sometimes that sneaks in and surprises people. And then there's this whole conversation about, and I'm going back to Buffalo here, people questioning trusting the process. The people we've had 4 years now with Josh Allen, and the process started back then. And you got this Bengals team who we've been trusting the process, but the Bengals hurry up and make it to the Super Bowl within 2 years. Let's not forget the amount of first-round draft picks, early draft picks that the Bengals have had. They've had a process. It's not like they haven't had a process. And let's not forget that in 2018, the Buffalo Bills had $70 million in dead cap space. So this has been a little more of a difficult ride for us Bills fans because we had a lot of cleaning up to do from what McDermott and Bean had to fix. And they've done a great job. And we are only 1 or 2 spots, positions, plays, even 13 seconds away from potentially sitting here talking Sunday football, Super Bowl Sunday with our Bills there. So there's a lot of good points you brought up. And the whole Matthew Stafford thing, I'm with you on that one. Matthew Stafford played for the Lions. Other than Megatron, the guy really wasn't given a lot of
nope.
Yeah. He wasn't given a lot of talent around him after Megatron left. So the guy has struggled with injury. He's got his own story at home with his wife. She had cancer and all that stuff, and he's got quite the story, and he's lived a long NFL career, and I think he deserves to be in the playoffs, let alone the Super Bowl. And then Joe Burrow comes in with his necklace, his drip, whatever they call it, walking around.
He makes too much money for it to be fake.
Right.
Hey, real fast, I'm sorry. Those are all great points. Maria Mumford saying that she's not seen her name on the wheel, and her name is not on the list. So
okay,
I just wanted to make sure that we get her in there.
All right. Maria, real quick, can you let us know what payment option you chose? That way I can look real quick, okay? But yeah, I'm an AFC guy, so I would like the championship to stay in the AFC. That's where the Bills play. But then again, I'm a quarterback guy, so seeing Matthew Stafford out there and the longevity that he's put in, the injuries, the hardships, I think I'm rooting for him. I won't be upset with either win, but I'm definitely for sure for him.
Uh-oh, Scotty. Lisa's saying she's not seen her name either.
What?
Lisa's on there.
Well, that's got, yeah.
Lisa, you're on there. You're 82. Sorry, it's really small. I just found your name.
So you bring up a great point, Scott, with the Bengals have not won. I think they've been 3 times and they haven't won yet. So you have that, the AFC. I was talking to Butch Roll a couple days ago, and he's one that's going to go AFC no matter what. So he's going to go for the Bengals. But to tag on what you guys just said, Matthew Stafford, if you're looking at the head of the team, I'd rather have him win it, even though the Rams do have players on their team that I'm not a big fan of. I mean, the Bills, they're full of everyone on that team's likable, right? There's nobody. Unless
yeah, love everybody.
But, I mean, that's one thing that when you're watching the game and you have your opponents, usually the guys that you don't like on the other team. And, like, Ramsey's one of them. Yeah, he's calling out that he's the best defensive back out there ever play. And it's just crazy. But, no, Matthew Stafford, I hope it's a 7-3 game, and Matthew Stafford's the one that ran it in for a touchdown.
it's just going to be a slaughter, I think. The kid needs to get rid of the ball faster. And this is the whole thing. Is like, it's not his fault. Like, he's a rookie. These should be the growing pains that get him through and make him better and make him a force for a long time. But, like, I am so sick of just, like, overhype on these, like, rookie quarterbacks when they did nothing but dog Josh Allen for years. Some people still. I mean, it seems like this year is the year they're like, okay, Josh Allen's good. Like, he's top 2. Like, they won't give him the number 1, but he's top 2, you know? And then you got guys like Joe Burrow, like I said on a previous episode, that, like, they just give him the keys to the kingdom, man. They're like, oh, he's the best that's ever lived. Yeah.
Marie, I just checked my Cash App, and I haven't received anything. So if you could snap a picture and send it to me.
Oh, she just said she thought it went through for 25. It's too late? ?
Marie, you're one of our OGs, but
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Yeah, I'm sorry. If it would have went through.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, send us your shirt size, man.
Yeah, we'll send you a shirt.
Yeah, we'll send you a shirt. All right, Marie. I'm sorry. That sucks.
But thank you anyway for the thought. I mean,
Yeah.
that's number one, right? Is just the basic thought, the monetary value of it really is just to get in with the stuff. But we'll get you a shirt, Marie.
For sure.
And you can, we got, speaking of shirts, we have the 24/7 Buff Pandemonium black and white, the original. We have the new red ones, and then we have the Notorious Diggs ones, which if you buy a Notorious Diggs shirt for $25, $5 of that is donated to the American Heart Association. We haven't done that in a while.
Yo, big up, by the way, to Marie. She says, okay, I'm sending it anyway. You know,
Yeah.
you know, man, I love you guys, man. We like literally had a group text where we were like, okay, here's like 6 weeks of us off, and last Tuesday all of us were like, kind of miss you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, Marie, I know you're sending the money right now, but Troy just gave up a spot for you.
Oh, nice.
If you want that spot, give us a yes, and we'll put you in one of Troy's spot. Troy stepping up.
Well,
again.
I'll tell you what, we're not going to give you the number yet until he wins, and then you can have that one.
Well, because anyone that follows us or even Buffalo Autographs, and I suggest you guys go out there if you're all about Bill's merchandise.
Yeah.
Check out Buffalo Autographs. They do razzes, legit razzes, because he pays insurance on everything, so this is real stuff. Or you can go to www.buffaloautographs.com for merchandise. But if anyone knows Troy and Buffalo Autographs, he seems to win everything, so you can take a spot from him.
All right, let's you guys want to spin it again really quick?
Well, I want to see if Marie wants that. I'm just gonna give it to her. Troy, Marie, you're in. I'm gonna give you one of Troy's.
Troy won't say no anyways.
Yeah, I know. So let's see what you got.
78.
Here.
Give Marie 78. Right.
Damn, man, I don't have my cheaters on.
No, I'll just keep track of it.
Swank, we'll keep track of it.
I got it.
Okay, there you go. Well, thank you, Marie, for sending that 25 regardless. And Troy, you're awesome.
Yeah. Again, you guys are the shit.
The shiznit.
All right, so
you're
next up is that Zach Moss jersey. I think you have it right here behind you, right?
So I have the Rams. Swank has the Rams. Who do you have?
I have the Rams.
Okay, there you go.
Nice.
All right, that's the first time I've ever won
40,
against AFC.
40 combined sacks by both defenses. The Bengals get 1.
Nice. The over-under. There it is, that Zach Moss jersey. You got the Beckett cert right there with it, with the numbers matching, the away jersey. All right, let's see who gets this one.
Here we go. Ready?
And boom.
It's for the Monsters. Marie said I sent it to Scott Reed. She got her shirt size there. Who we got? We got Dennis Alexander. Congratulations, brother. He's very active he's right there, man. He said, good luck, guys, and you won.
There you
See?
go, Dennis.
That's what putting positive stuff out into the universe does, man, you know?
Dennis, congratulations. Dennis has been part of the page for a while, too.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Guys, really quick, I know we just went to the Super Bowl. We all have the Rams, but I want to throw something out there. Jeremy Turner Montgomery from Cold Front Report shared a post this week on 24/7 Buff Pandemonium, which we always love when there's like posts out there that are polls or questions. But he shared one that said, should the Bills re-sign or release Levi Wallace? And he's one of our guys that we liked. If you go back to the beginning of the season, I think Swank and I were both pulling for Dane Jackson, but Levi beat him out again.
And definitely look up Cold Report, the Cold Front Report stuff, because they're legit. And
they're all good people.
Yep, for sure.
So I'm gonna throw this. Like I got involved in the comments and I said yes, bring him back. And then Mookie Hawkins from Mookie Hawkins Bills Beat, which he's another great guy who has all this insight. Me and him were going back and forth the why and why he shouldn't. I bring him back. He didn't want to bring him back, and we all had a great points. It was fun to go back and forth. And by the end of the conversation, I was so happy because sometimes we get in our own ways that we don't think about what other ways there are, and then have a conversation with somebody can bring that light to it. So, Mookie, thanks for participating on the page, but that was awesome. But I want to know, I'm going to keep him at a certain price. He's valued at $9.5 million right now from Sports Track.
Spot Rack,
right? But he made $175 for 1 year this past year.
Mm-hmm.
What number do you want him back, and what number do you think he will take? Scott, let's leave you. Levi Wallace, do you want him back? And if so, what's his contract look like?
I do want him back strictly because, by the way, the news, everyone's saying that Trey White is on track to being back for the 2022 season, but
Nice.
There's setbacks. There's a such thing as setbacks. There's a such thing as re-injury. I don't think the Bills. I think they'll be all right, but I would hate to see the Bills open up without their CB number 1 and CB number 2 right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So Levi Wallace, his spot rack is 9.6, 3 years, $28 million. That's a lot of money. I do think he's earned it because if you take Trey White's injury halfway through the season, that defense maintained a number 1 defensive backfield level for the rest of the season. I don't care if they played in cold weather. I don't care if they played a couple rookie quarterbacks. They played the game and they maintained those numbers. Levi Wallace deserves to get paid. My thing is how's Bean going to work that contract? They say 3 years, 28. Is he going to make a 4-year, 30, and guarantee $20 million in his third year? They know how to manipulate this money to make it so they can afford these guys, and that's the higher mark. I've also seen $6 million.
Yeah, that's I with Jeremy, we both said that $6.57 million for 3 years, so $18 million over 3 years. That would be what he probably would agree on. Everybody would agree on, but you never know.
See, because this is my favorite time of the year. The whole money part, the
you can hear it in his voice.
The free agency part, the draft part, manipulating the money. And there's a lot of players that can retire or get traded. Lutulier, Beasley, they'll open up a lot of cap space. I could see the Bills signing Levi Wallace.
Did you say Beasley?
Yeah, I could see Levi Wallace signing a 4-year deal for $28 million and having some of that guaranteed money down the road. Because let's keep in mind, guys, this cap went up over $25 million this year, making up for last year with the whole COVID thing. It's going to continue going up, I think, 10 plus for the next 3 years. So this money can be guaranteed later on in the contracts. So I would love to see Levi back. Dane Jackson's coming back. Taron Johnson's coming back. We'll have the band will be back together again, and I think they should address it 4th or 5th round in a draft, cornerback position, just in case.
Because we do have the safeties back there.
Right.
Hamlin.
Right.
And those guys. So.
Or Jaquan Johnson.
You went Hamlin right off the bat, huh?
Mm-hmm, I like him.
Well, we got depth there. And where I'm going to leave it, and then we'll let Swank take over with the whole conversation about Levi Wallace, is let's not forget, if Levi Wallace does not sign with the Buffalo Bills, what's the best thing for an athlete as far as getting better? Experience.
Right.
So Taron Johnson was out there because of Trey White's injury. Dane Jackson was out there because of Trey White's injury. They're not going to get better sitting the bench. They're going to get better playing on the field and learning from their mistakes and watching film on themselves. So I think the Bills will be okay with Taron Johnson and Dane Jackson. But Levi Wallace, I do believe, is someone you need to bring back. And if Trey White comes back, then that defensive backfield is going to be even that much more better next year.
More betterer.
A lot more gooder.
Hey, just Swank, before you jump in there, I want to say, Brent Thomason, welcome. You're never late. You're never late.
Dude, you arrive exactly when you're supposed to arrive.
I love that little Karen thing from the 2.5 Men. No, it's not 2.5 Men. I can't remember.
What is it?
I'm sorry I'm late. I got here when I wanted to. I can't remember who said it.
It's perfect, though.
Will and Grace.
Got their Starbucks coffee.
Yeah,
I'm sorry I'm late. I had things.
For those of you who watch Will and Grace, it's that Karen that overzealous character that says, "I'm sorry I'm late. I came here when I wanted to."
Squeaky voice.
Love it.
Swank,
Yo, she's married to oh god, what's his name? The guy that plays Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec.
Swanson.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. Oh,
he's like one of my favorite characters.
Real quick, Swank.
Yep.
Shout out to Other Half Brewery. That's what we're drinking today.
Yeah, I did a little 24/7 pickup, and if you guys, I know most of you guys aren't from around here, but
Finger Lakes. Boo.
If you're ever up in our area, maybe for the Rager that we're planning, that's gonna be insane. There's this little bottle shop, man. It's just a convenience store, and this dude, His name is Joey. Joey's Northside Market in Newark, man. And I talked to him because I bought a case of crazy craft beers for all of us to like have mix packs today and stuff. And it is just like if you die and you wake up in a cloud, you're at Joey's. Like, that's what it is.
Especially for your beer guys. So I have a client that I work on. I'm a massage therapist, so I have a client that I used to see quite a bit, and he used to just brag about Joey's all the time. If there's no beer at Wegmans or anybody else, like Tops, you go to Joey's, and they might have it. And if they don't, just ask for it.
They got stuff better. Man, Joey's got stuff better.
He's got a website that he let you know what beers are coming in, and he takes suggestions too.
Yeah.
Our cousin actually works for Joey's.
Also, not a sponsor. If he wants to be a sponsor, Joey, you want to be a sponsor, man?
We'll take it.
Let us know, man.
We'll take it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Swank, do you love Levi Wallace? And if you do, how much?
That's the way you tweet right there. I'll tell you what, man. It's like controversial, but it's as soon as the season ends, all of a sudden I see all these people back on the we need another CB2, and I want to be like, dude, the CB2 was CB1, so do you mean Dane? Like, you know, I think that Levi he's proven himself again and better. And I think you can keep him for cheap. And he kept up that standard the whole way. I know people will say Micah would not have had that interception unless, you know, the coverage was blown and all that stuff. Tell me who right now that's going to be a free agent is going to be better than Levi.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in the system for, 3 or 4 years. He's had to fight his way to the top every time. He got serious playing time against number 1 wide receivers for the second half of this season. Everybody on the team loves him. He's humble. He's quiet. He works. I don't know. I say, yeah, keep him. I don't think that, you know, what was the projected? 28?
9.5 mil. That's what right now that has projected. So
per year?
Yep. 3 years, 28 mil.
Okay. That might be a little high for me.
Yeah.
I might, you know, like you're saying, man, give him the extra year, guarantee him on the end, give him enough to make him feel like he's earned a couple mil a year for sure.
Well, look last year, how many people took a pay cut? I mean, if you're not going to judge Levi's character. I mean, at the end of the day, Swank Scott and I have all said this, that these guys, these athletes who play this game that we love to watch, they love to play, but now it's a job, it's a business. They got to make it so their family, you know, from generations can live. You know what I mean? And if you have the opportunity to make millions of dollars to set that up, you do it.
Yeah.
So I hope Levi Wallace stays. I hope they pay him what he needs to get. But also, if he can make more money someplace else, like significant, go. Go. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at the
Brent's comic?
No, John's.
Lisa threw her hip out. Wants to know if yes. Listen, where are you, John's? Come on up to.
Jared is a registered massage therapist.
Yeah,
actually,
Brent,
he's massaging
Brent,
me right now. You can't see it on camera. But
this is where I'm going to jump in, Swank. Brent Thomason, with your comment. I'm a massage therapist. I'm not a masseuse. If you want that, you go see a masseuse. They're uneducated. They don't know what they're talking about. I work for a corporation, massage therapist. So go to your masseuse, Brent.
Yo, the local union, the local massage union.
Brent, just do what you've been doing the whole time and do it yourself.
There you go. Your hands work just as good, Brent.
Oh, God.
Perfect.
But I know what I like.
I forgot where I was going with that.
Oh, here we go. Scott, is that you?
No, it's a different
Scott
Scott Reed.
Scott, nice to meet you. My
Good
last
name.
name is Reed as well.
What's up, Scott Reed? This is Scott Reed.
Hey, Scott Reed, you have a twin. Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, where do we... I got lost here.
Guys, let's not forget what Bean did with the Capitol in 2018. Like I said earlier in the show, we were down $70 million in dead space. He knows what to do with money. They know where to throw the money later on in the contracts, early in contracts, depending on what our cap looks like every year. Levi Wallace needs to come back. Yep. He does.
I compared him to the 4 Pro Bowlers this year. I know the Pro Bowl is kind of a joke watching it, but there's a reason why these 4 CBs from the AFC got there. His numbers were very comparable to the 4 Pro Bowl cornerbacks this year in the AFC. And I know the AFC and Mookie brought this to my attention that the 4 Pro Bowlers in the cornerbacks that made it to Pro Bowl didn't make the playoffs. So that means they got a lot more targets and stuff like that, I imagine. But they're still comparable. I mean, I don't know what other cornerbacks you're going to compare to when you're trying to do this. So I just went to the cornerbacks that made the Pro Bowl because obviously they're elite enough to make it there. So,
listen, real fast, Scott Reed made a really great point.
Not
Our Scott Reed, another Scott Reed. And I'm going to use this whole joke forever. By the way, he was saying that all these reasons may be the reason why another team overpays for him. So I mean, it's a great point, man.
Yep.
Like, if we don't want to shell out the cash, and he goes somewhere else, I don't know. If he leaves, is that a problem? Do you guys think it's a problem?
Well, if you watch the show before,
I have, a couple times.
You know, we're individuals that know it's a business, and and at the end of the day, we have our favorites, and we've said that we're going to lose people that we're going to like, especially this year, because it's just going to happen. Every Sunday I root for the 53 dressed up on the field. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going to root for Levi because he's been nothing but good character here. If he goes to a different team, I'll root for him. But at the end of the day, I'm going to root for that number CB, number 1 or number 2 on the Bills that week. So
yeah, whoever's wearing the number, man. Unless I don't know, I can't really think of like one Bills player that I've been like, nope. You know, I know the way my wife and I feel about like Kareem Hunt. Like I would not want him to come to Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how talented he is. I don't want him there. Antonio Brown, that whole fiasco with him like dismissing us. Did we dodge a bullet? Like, you know, I know the guy's got a Super Bowl ring, but so.
That's Ben Roethlisberger and that's Le'Veon Bell. And
I don't know. It just yeah. Well, with Tampa, right? Because he never got one
that's right.
with the Steelers.
True.
But it's just, I don't know. I think the front office is so knowledgeable. I'm not super worried if Levi leaves, but I think it's just so convenient. You know, you can get him for like less than stud price and have a very competent CB2. You know, so what's that?
I guess the question is, because I think Taron Johnson will be the nickel regardless.
He's a beast.
Is Dane Jackson that much of a downgrade from Levi Wallace? That's where the question is. That's where the front office needs to figure things out. And let's not forget who Dane Jackson, if he does become the CB number 2, because they drafted him for Pitt 2 years ago. Let's not forget that during spring training and during the preseason, he will be practicing against Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, and Trey White will be back to help teach him. So the steps and the progress that these teams make, again, with experience and then having to face these elite athletes always make them better. So the question, like I said, is Dane Jackson really that much of a downgrade from Levi?
Like, personally, I don't think so. I think
Dane is still on a rookie contract.
I think it came to experience. Dane Jackson and Levi might be almost pretty damn on the same level. But it comes to experience. Levi has more experience. So maybe that was the determining factor on whether or not he went to CB number 1 when White went down or he played CB number 2. The fact that he's seen a lot more, you know.
See,
I'm a big pusher for Dane. I like Dane Jackson.
Yeah, I love Dane Jackson. I think really what this question comes down to is not like, can he like usurp him? It's potentially.
Right.
Like, does Dane Jackson have the potential to be better than Levi Wallace? And that's the gamble that like really drives all these front offices with every player. So if Dane is like a season or 2 away from being like, holy shit, then do you let Levi walk so that, you know, you can let him grow? Or do you say, well, let's give him another season, we'll have Levi here and it'll be good, you know? I guess like the number 1 passing defense is okay. You know, I don't know.
We often forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We better spin this wheel again.
Yeah,
man.
let's do it. This is going to be for the Andre Reed, number 83, Hall of Famer.
Damn, we're already there, man.
This is oh my gosh. If we're going to go back, we had Andre Reed on your show earlier this year.
Oh, say it again, dude. I love that.
Andre Reed
Sometimes I forget.
It's amazing to talk with him. We actually had a nice conversation 20 minutes before the show with him, which was mind-blowing. And it was so awesome. It was just
Dude, we
crazy.
had an inside joke with Andre Reed. Like,
within the first 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, I know. If you told 9-year-old us that, we'd be like, shut up. No, he did. That doesn't happen.
All right,
30 years from now? No way.
So here's a comparison. Dane Jackson's 25, Levi's 26. Dane Jackson on his rookie contract still has 2 more years with us, whereas Levi's is over with. So can Dane Jackson provide in the next 2 years what we think Levi could provide in the next 3 with those contracts? I think Dane Jackson has the advantage.
So here's Dane has been with the team for 2 years.
Yep.
Levi's been with the team how long?
4.
4.
I think he wasn't drafted by the Bills, but when he played on the Bills, he was a rookie when he came to Buffalo.
Okay.
Dane.
So he's got
Levi.
twice the experience. Levi's got twice the experience. Dane was drafted, right?
Yep.
He was a late round draft pick.
Yep.
So like to me, like their physical age doesn't matter to me. You know. God, who was I? I was just reading something. There was a player that has been in the league for like 4 years or 5 years. He basically, it was like a Tremaine Edmonds story where the kid came in and he was like 19 and or 20 or whatever, and he's been in the league like 4 years, and you see his current age and you consider him a veteran, but he's like 23, you know. And it's kind of the same thing with like Tremaine Edmonds, where you're like, oh my God, like dude hasn't even gotten to the point where he can peak, and he's playing at like an NFL level, you know, an average NFL level. But what is the ceiling?
Right.
But anyway, sorry. That's just interesting to me. Like, so Levi's a year older, but he's played twice the amount of time in the NFL.
He's played a little bit more than twice because he's been a starter. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's been on the team twice as long, but the amount of plays and starts, it's got to be probably 5 or 6 times more. You know?
Again, like I said, how much more of an upgrade
Yeah.
is Levi than Dane?
I love Levi, but Dane would be, if he continues to grow, would be something else.
Spin that
Andre
wheel,
Reed.
All right, here we go. Andre Reed, friend of the show, Andre Reed. Here we go. Oh man, Kelly Pensick, I think, right? Pencek.
Pensick, yeah. Congratulations, Kelly.
Kelly, you are the winner of the
Congratulations.
Andre Reed. That's the one that Buffalo Autographs has, right?
Yep.
That was donated by Ryan Hickman at BuffaloAutographs.com. Buffalo Autographs are our sponsor, the best of sponsors, right, Swink?
BuffaloAutographs.com. Anytime you got a memorabilia, go to BuffaloAutographs.com.
So send us your address. Send us your address, Kelly, and we'll forward that to Ryan, and he'll send that out to you ASAP. Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Kelly. Yeah.
Swank, how you doing on the Emerald City over there?
I'm almost done, man. Why, you making a run?
No, about to. I know Brent's here, and he likes it when we crack it. So
Oh, yeah. We got to do
when we're
that,
done,
man.
when you guys finish, let us know, and someone will run.
Go
and
ahead,
we'll crack them together.
Go make a run. I want to tell everybody we're halfway through the show.
Yeah.
Tell everybody that this is it's hard to put into words how much we do appreciate everything that you guys have done for us, just alone as a page. And then when this Easton DeHond donation raffle started a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, just the love, the prayers, the donations that came through. Look at that wheel. It's tiny. There's tiny names on there.
Biggest participation we've ever had.
And the total mark, 91 donations now, $1,825 is. It gives me goosebumps, Swank. I don't know about you, but the fact that little podunk Bills Mafia page 24/7 Buff Fandemonium is able to provide and able to be a platform for something like this, and then to have such a supportive group in you guys, it is very heartwarming.
Yeah.
And it definitely for those of you that do have kids, you would do anything for them, and it's the participation is something that we are more than grateful for. I'm not going to say it's cliche because I know the three of us, and we do from the bottom of our hearts do appreciate everything that you guys provide for us, and all we're doing is talking and putting posts on Facebook and all that stuff, and the response and the back and forth that we have with the fans is something that we will cherish forever, and we plan on doing for a very long time. So again, 24/7 Buff Fandemonium, the Bills Mafia, all Bills fans pages that allowed us to share. You guys are awesome, and this Bills Mafia base is pretty
spectacular.
100%, man.
Yep.
I mean, you guys have helped us like realize our dreams. I mean, we've talked to childhood heroes of ours because of just people popping in the comments and like enjoying what we do and the conversations that happen. I was just talking to Josiah, actually, last night. He stopped by, and we were talking about the show and how things go back and forth, and my wife, and we were all just talking about it, and it's like, I'm so hung up on, like, what some of these dudes divulge to us just in casual conversation, just, like, looks and what it's like in the locker room and what's fact and fiction, you know what I mean? From Butch Roll being like, everybody knows their stats. That stat's wrong. This is what I did, right?
Mr. Touchdown, 15
Mr.
touchdowns, and 15 receptions in a row.
Yeah. And you go online and it's like 11, 17, 14, whatever. And he's like, no, it's this. And it's like, whoa. You know, like...
Well, even John Fina we had on the show a couple weeks ago, and as we watch the game a certain way, everybody watches the game a certain way. And he's like, if you got a minute, if you got a drive to sit there and watch the guard that's not covered. He will tell you everything about the play. And it's like, that's a whole new way to look at the game.
That's the example that I brought up, because I was like, who the hell... Like, unless you're a professional football player, right? And you two played, like, I've been watching since I was wee little chap, and, like, I would never have known that if your shoulders are over your knee, it's a run, and if they're back, it's a you know what I mean? Like, it makes all sorts of sense when you hear somebody say it, right? But, like, that little, like, 2 inches?
The 2 inches in front of your face.
Don't let anybody ever tell you, Swank, that 2 inches doesn't tell you a lot, okay?
They've never told me that.
Apparently 13 seconds, guys.
2 inches and 13 seconds is a lot more than you think, guys.
All right, let's see here. We got John Johns wants to know, what are our thoughts of our new coaches?
We were about to get on that, John Johns. We have that written down. So I think we all agree that the coaching has been big.
Ken Dorsey for president, man. Hell yeah. I'm so excited.
Right? Let me put this in perspective for the fans that are watching about our coaching. And this is exactly what you want in a culture, in an organization, is you want your coaches to come up through the system, right? Your offense, your defense, yes, every year it needs to change a little bit so you don't become predictable. But you do want people coming up through that system that's not going to change anything dramatically to make it so now Josh Allen is a run-and-shoot quarterback rather than a 5-wide RPO kind of quarterback.
Oh, yeah, if we're running the game, like running the ball, 70% of the game, I'm going to be pissed off.
And that won't happen because what the Bills, the culture that they're developing and the coaching that they're developing is next man up. And it doesn't mean just the players. Swank's laughing about something. We'll get to that in just a second.
Buffalo Spartan.
I got
read
you,
read his comment.
I got you. Of course you have
a list. He has a list. So I'm sorry, dude. Go ahead.
For those of you Buffalo Spartan likes to bust our chops, check out Shout for a Cause Inc. He's part of that. Jamie Noble, Lady Bills.
Yeah, hell yeah.
A charity for charities. They're doing wonderful things over there. So hit up Shout for a Cause Inc. But
where all future guests for season 3 of the K-Gun Report also.
But like I was saying, Buffalo Spartan.
Before you made Swank laugh his ass off,
that whole next man up entourage stuff isn't just for players. It's for coaches. So Dable is taking his offensive line coach. Next man up, Ken Dorsey. Cromer's a great coach that just came back to the Buffalo Bills. He was there in 2015. I know he had his issues, but I'm telling you what, if Eric Wood is telling us that he is a guy that you want as your offensive line coach, then I'm going to trust Eric Wood. Love to have him on the show sometime.
Oh, that Cromer guy, 2015, 2016. The Bills led the NFL in rushing those years. I think 152 yards, 15, and 164 yards in 16. So,
Swank, don't you love Jared's stats? I think he came up 152.3 yards a carry.
Well, if you look really carefully when he's giving these stats, his eyes shoot down to his palm for some reason. It's really weird. It's like, I think it's exactly 157.4 yards, I think.
But let's put this in perspective. Ken Dorsey's coming up in the Dayball system. Yeah, we'll crack those open. Want to crack them open right now?
Let's do it right now. Brent Thomason.
Cheers to Easton. Guys, thank you very much.
Woo!
This one is called Any Days Haze. Again, it's where's this from, Swank?
This is from Beer Tree Brew.
Beer Tree Brew.
I got it at Joey's, but Beer Tree Brew.
Joey's. Guys, we love our beer here. We love our IPAs. We love any kind of beer. So if you know anybody that wants to sponsor us, let's shout us out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But what was I saying, Swank? Damn it, I lost my train of thought.
You want me to rewind the tape?
The numbers I might add in, since you're trying to think about it, is even though he led the league in rushing in 2015 and 2016 with that team, don't think that's going to be the 2022 team. The Bills' rushing game doesn't have to be quantity. It has to be quality.
Right, and I'm pretty sure that with Ken Dorsey, the offense is going to remain the same. But I could tell you that these run plays, they won't be dives up the middle. They'll have an offensive line guru helping them figure out what's the best blocking scheme for this run team. So
Put that right in my veins.
Scott Reed, anyone that beats up a teenager about a beach chair can coach my O-line anytime. We don't condole domestic violence or any violence.
Condone.
You can condole it if you want.
One letter. It's always one letter. Ask my coworkers. It's always one letter.
That's all right, dude. I think that's what everybody thinks is charming about our show, because we just like fall over our words and we kind of just talk about shit, you know.
Just wait until the draft party, because draft party, when we got
4
all
hours.
these new names.
You guys ready for 4 hours
Yep.
of this?
Yeah.
Hey, also, Jared thought that this was going to be a half-hour show. Let's talk
we're
about
way
that.
over that.
And Josiah just called you out. He said swank hijacking conversations. Thanks.
You know
Thanks,
why,
Josiah.
dude? You know why? Because last night he sat at my table and we had some adult beverages, a couple martinis, perhaps. You know, some really high quality. Actually, all those Busch Lights I pretended were your guys' beers. Those were his. And every time we were going back and forth. I mean, me and Joey have been real close friends for years and years, and he would just. I would start to say something, and we're so in tune with each other that he'd be like, "Oh yeah," and then he would like come in with another angle, and it'd be a completely different story, but kind of adjacent to what I was saying. And I'd let him go for like 10 minutes, and I'd be like, "Hijacker." Anyway, and then I'd start my story back from where I got hijacked. So we were joking around about that. Anyway.
So for those of you who don't know, Josiah DeHond is actually Easton's father, and me personally, Jared, I know you have kids of your own, man. You're going through hell right now, and we're with you. Keep the faith, my friend. Pray, and you got a lot of people behind you.
Hell yeah, man.
Rooting you guys on. So
Love the shit out of you, brother.
keep fighting, man.
We got.
Man.
Oh, sorry.
You guys want to do another spin for the
Yeah, we can do that.
Gregory Russo?
Oh,
No,
we're already
no.
there, huh? How many we got left?
We got Gregory, and then we have two more, Josh
All
Allen
right.
and the Canvas.
All
So
right.
listen, this Gregory Russo is a Troy Petito put away, right? Giveaway. So
Put away.
put away.
Put it away in your closet. You know what I mean? Or put it away in a frame.
In a
on
frame
your,
and
on
hang
your
it up.
den. Yeah.
Set it and forget it. So, yeah, Gregory Russo. I think it's an away number 50 COA signed jersey.
God, I hope my wife wins this.
Is that the Sarah Swankerton that's on the list?
Mm-hmm.
It could be.
Spin that wheel.
Spin.
Come on, Sarah.
Spin that shit.
There you go.
Brent Thompson
Again, man,
says.
thank you guys so much. Spin that shit. Oh no, the wrong wife. Ellen Reed won, dude.
Well, she looked at me yesterday and she's
That's
like,
awesome.
she's like, Scott, have you put in anything yet? And I was like, not yet. I was waiting till the end there. And she's like, put in 40 for me. I was like, okay.
Oh
all
well,
right, gotcha.
she got it.
Look at that. Congratulations.
Nice. Troy says, send me the winner's info. Hey, Troy. Rigged.
Well, I know
Scott will send you his info for his wife. No. That's awesome,
the
man.
best thing about Ellen Reed winning this is the fact that
It'll be
Scott
on a
is a quarterback guy, and he loves. I think that's all he wants to collect is quarterbacks. So this Gregory Russo might be something that goes up for a giveaway on 24/7 Buff Venom presents a Kagan report
Wow.
in the near future.
Right, Swank, I know.
Wow,
Swank,
dude.
I know you're laughing about it. I know you're laughing about it.
Or
but-
you have a great friend who's a defensive end nut who does a podcast and a live stream with you.
Oh, damn.
It's torn.
But no, I am a quarterback guy, and I can tell you on behalf of 24/7 Buff Pandemonium that we will have a donation, not a donation, but a giveaway show on the K-Gun Report where that Russo will be up for grabs.
Damn.
So
What if Ellen wants it? What if she wants it as like a sleepy shirt or something?
don't smudge the auto?
It'd be like Josh's mom, right?
Can I wear them? Lonnie's probably watching.
Yeah.
So
She was on earlier.
if you guys are new to the show, our giveaways are exactly that. Like every Tuesday night, we'll start back up on March 15th. But during the Kagan Report on Tuesday nights, if you show up and just leave a simple comment, you'll be on that wheel that's shown over there for the giveaway. So stay tuned.
And you guys can. There was some. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I'm hijacking. You can get stickers anytime you want. All you gotta do is message us your address, and we will send you some Big Boot Babyface Bass stickers. That reminds me, I have your box of them still.
Yeah, I saw that
last time.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you guys want anything from us, private message us, and we will make it happen.
And now that Jared moved, you now see the back of Swank's head. There you go. There you
Hey,
go.
you like that?
So yeah, PM us, and obviously we still have our 24/7 black, we have 24/7 red, white, and blue
Yep.
shirts, and our Notorious Dick shirts still available.
Hell
For
yeah.
sure.
There you go. You got the sticks?
And we got some ideas coming along too.
Did you
guys.
find them? Hell yeah. Yeah, so we got some other stuff. I know people have been wanting the Big Boot Babyface Bass stuff, and we are going to do that. We had the Might Be Chili pre-orders. That, we're going to get those done up and sent out.
Yep.
But we're looking for, what do you guys want, man? You
Put
want
this up
some
again, Jerry.
hoodies?
Put
You
this
want
up again,
some-
guys. I am a fan of this only because I can actually see this sticker, the Big Boot Babyface Bass, as a koozie. Because what more important part of the game than an extra point and a field goal, when you're holding your cold beer, praying that the Bills make this kick, tell me you don't want that in your hand going, Bass with the kick, with the
Big
leg.
Boot Babyface
Oh,
Bass.
yes.
I say that shit every time before he kicks. Every time.
Or we can make a
every
helmet.
time. No, there you go.
Or we can make a helmet. Jared's good at making helmets. We can make a Big Boot Babyface Bass helmet. Obviously,
Yeah.
it will be a one of a kind. And if we can't get an autograph on it, holy cow, would that thing be something special?
We might have a connection. For
I'm gonna
that.
tell you, dude. Here's a question, and I'm gonna answer it first, so you guys can think about it, because I don't want to be accused of putting you on the spot or anything. I have not bought a jersey in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because usually I'm cursed, man. I bought a LaShawn jersey, and he got traded. I bought a Kiko Alonso jersey, and he broke his whole life. Got traded. Actually, that was the same trade.
You basically swap jerseys.
Yeah, I've been cursed for like the last couple jerseys, so I don't want to get a Josh Allen jersey, obviously, right? So, but I mean, there's guys I love. I was talking about like a Beasley jersey and stuff like that.
Swank, you're a big guy. I could see you wearing a Bass jersey.
I want a Bass jersey. That is my question. What jersey would you just buy to wear? What's the new player on the team? And everybody out there, for you, who's your guy? I know Lady Bill's guy. That's Mr. Edmonds. You know what I mean? But for me, I think that I would rock a Bass jersey, man. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
I've always rocked retired guys' jersey. My guy's Fred Jackson.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, retired? I
Yeah,
got you.
Jared waits till they retire Swank, and then he gets the jersey.
But I've always been a
That's
fan
smart,
of Fred.
man.
I actually had Fred Jackson's jersey before he retired, but he's my guy, so I always wear his jersey. But I retired that, and now I just wear those shirts you guys mentioned.
There you go.
earlier, The 24/7
Scott, the other Scott Reed says, get an Edmonds jersey. Apparently, he wants Edmonds out. There's a big argument about that. We won't get into that, Scott Reed, but obviously we're on different pages here.
That's beautiful.
No, love it. Love
That's
it.
funny, though.
I'm with Billy DeGroat Jr. I'm a big fan of where he came from, how he's developed, and how he is a great team player in Ed Oliver.
Hell yeah.
I'm an offensive guy, too. I've got Josh Allen's to put in the shadow boxes to hang on the wall,
Mm-hmm.
but if I'm going to wear one, it's Eddie-O.
We got here's a shocker for all of 24/7 Nation. Lisa Johns says that she wants a Micah Hyde jersey.
Okay.
I actually got Sarah a Jordan Poyer jersey.
Nice.
she
I
has
got to
one.
get my Sarah Jordan.
Our
Poyer
bills
jersey.
are full of handsome gentlemen, aren't they? Jesus, man.
Yeah, and a handsome live stream host. Really?
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean?
Win-win. Man.
Beasley guy.
Hey,
I'm
Buffalo Spartan, are they going to trade Beasley? He's going to retire? Or what are they doing? They got Isaiah McKenzie waiting for a
Here's
contract.
a question. It's got to pick one. Swank, lead with you.
Okay.
Pick one. Fandemonium, pick one. McKenzie or Beasley? Swank.
Is this like Mary Kill
Marry one,
Do?
kill one, and
Yeah, never care. Married, kill, F.
All right. So what are my choices?
Beasley or McKenzie? Got to pick one.
or Stevenson.
No, don't get
For-
it. Don't just two.
So what's the projection? 1 year? Just this next season?
Yeah, because I mean Beasley, I don't know.
I think
Yeah, so let's
I think I give Bees 1 more year,
One more.
and I think I'd keep McKenzie too. McKenzie needs a contract.
Keep them both. He says.
Yeah,
Pick
absolutely.
one. Keep them both.
Well, I'm saying like the same scenario that we had. Maybe not, man. I don't know. I love Bees. I think Bees got
Me
all
too.
this stupid politics bullshit. Like he got a bad rap and whatever. I wish that like he didn't do what he did, and it got all like really the only reason I didn't want him to do it was because it just brought negative attention, right? I think McKenzie age-wise, like they're kind of similar, right? I know Mackenzie's a little younger, but he's not like a pup,
Right.
you know. God damn it! I love Beasley, but I think no, I'm changing. Mackenzie, bro, it's got to be Mackenzie. Mackenzie, like you could have for another couple of years for sure. All right.
Mackenzie's 26. Beasley's on the other side of 30. Yeah. Beasley gets traded or he retires.
He's only 26?
Yeah, he's young.
Wow.
Beasley retires or he gets traded. We get 5.5 added to our cap space, and I don't think Mackenzie would cost that much. So it's a win-win. Mackenzie, when he comes in, he provides a little more deeper cross routes and all that stuff, and he's a lot more dynamic as far as being able to break tackles. But nothing against Cole. Cole's always been there for Josh Allen for that 3rd and 10, diving for that first down. It's not that I don't like Cole Beasley. I just think if you're going to, with our cap space available and with the way our roster's looking like, if you're going to pick one, Isaiah McKenzie for me.
If you're investing in the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that McKenzie was that young, man. So he only played for Denver, for like 2 years?
He wasn't there long.
Man, I really thought that he was there longer than that. That's crazy. Also, Scott, do you have like a troll account that you're trolling yourself with? Because this Scott Reed is completely the opposite of you. He says neither. Draft a new slot guy.
Well,
money is an issue.
Well,
He
Scott Reed,
does keep picking up his phone, so I don't know.
Scott Reed, do you think they brought in Marquez Stevenson for that position? If we're dropping both of them, Marquez Stevenson is going to be a guy that's on the roster for a couple more years in relation to his rookie contract. Didn't show us a lot as far as kick return, punt return, because I don't think he's developed that the gall for it yet.
Yeah.
But he was open on that deep pass that Trubisky provided for him earlier this year. He does have the speed. Do you think he's the answer to the Beasley McKenzie conversation?
I think with him, it's all confidence. Rookie year is a gimme, right? Like you do or you don't your rookie year. I don't think that makes or breaks a player. Obviously,
Ask Jerry Rice.
Yeah, ask Ed Oliver. You know, ask. There's half the roster that we have right now that we've drafted that is a solid core. You know, that we're waiting for people to start peaking, and you're starting to get it. Harrison Phillips, Ed Oliver. You know, Appanessa, dude. I'm still gonna make him my hot take every single week, man. I want him to be the stud that they wanted him to be.
I don't think they've released a choke collar on him, to be honest with you. I think he's got a lot of potential. I just don't think they're releasing him. I don't know why.
I don't
something
know.
to see the next couple of years.
Maybe
Him
it's
and
something.
Basham and Russo.
Yeah. Absolutely. And if Leslie stays around, I mean, there's not a whole lot of head coaching jobs left, right?
Is there any?
I think they're all filled.
Yeah. So I think you got Leslie for another year, and I think that's great. You know, it would be sweet to get a little more youth and whatever in on that side of the coaching staff, I think, to get some of these guys fired up. But other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, my guy, I think, you know, Beasley, everyone forgets, Beasley had 82 catches this year.
Yeah.
They were for almost 700 yards. He only had 1 TD. So that's where the numbers kind of are slow. But he's a possession wide receiver, 82 catches. McKenzie, he's another one of those guys who shines when he's given the opportunity. You know what I mean? So it's you're gonna get, I don't know, it's a tough decision. Maybe we should have Paulette Brown get a hold of McKenzie and have him
have him on the show, man.
Have him discuss it.
Isaiah McKenzie is one of my favorite players on the team.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
That's like a lot to say, right? Because like we love pretty much everybody on definitely everybody on the team is like a solid player.
Yeah.
And there's some like B squad guys that like you don't know as much about, but I'm stoked that Dotson got another contract.
Yeah.
I know Buffalo is special because they know practice squad guys. You know, like most teams are just like, whatever, like fans, whatever. I think like, God, it just it's super important for people to realize what Bees meant to Josh Allen when he came here. Like that's something you can't forget. That is like really legendary. It's going to be legendary in Josh's story. Like when Josh is going into the Hall of Fame after his 4 Super Bowl wins, you know what I mean, to balance out the losses. Like they're going to talk about Bees because Bees and John Brown made Josh Allen be on the track that he's on right now.
Absolutely.
So I don't think there should be any hate.
No.
Troy says, make me a coordinator. I agree 100%. Offensive or defensive, Troy?
Josiah called to tell Scott to watch that toilet handle.
Yeah, because Joey broke it.
Did he really?
Like a party or so ago. Actually, it
Yellow
was
mellow.
the Ravens playoff win. Like when we beat the Ravens, he we had a good time. Things were getting a little rowdy. I went in to use the bathroom, and all of a sudden the handle didn't work. And
Tink, tink, tink.
Joey, he will deny it until death. But right now, we just raised $1,800 for your kid, so
1825, Swank. 1825. Jeremy Blair came on. Jeremy.
Scooter.
That's how he taps his belly every time. Okay, so all of you who own toilets with a little thing that has the 5 holes in it that you hook the hook in, I'm going to tell you a secret right now. Those hooks give away, right? You have to switch hooks every once in a while.
Oh, hold on, I'm going to go check mine and see if it's...
All right, go check that, Swank. I'm going to let you know that a secret is don't worry about them hooks. Take it, put the hook over the top of the holes on top of that lever. That holds forever. I did that about 5 months ago, 6 months ago. I'm not busting through those little holes in the toilet dinger. Top shelf. Watch when I get home. It's gonna break.
At home DIY from Jared Reed. There you go. There you go. So what's Swank say about any of the Isaiah McKenzie, Beasley?
That we can't forget about what Beasley and even John Brown did for Josh Allen coming up throughout the years. Beasley was that blanket. He was that confidence builder. Brown was the same thing. Those veterans the veterans will do that. And seeing the vets there and then seeing the young team that we had coming up through the draft, that's going to hold.
But have you seen enough out of McKenzie? When he comes in,
he performs.
He looks like he's more than just a blanket for Josh Allen. He looks like he's one of the priority targets.
I feel like he could start in most teams in the NFL.
So
look what he did against New England.
So do I. So
those catches, it wasn't like simple catches either.
No, yeah.
When he had that game, he made catches. Sweet. All right, so when Swank gets back from checking that toilet handle, we're gonna give away that Josh Allen jersey.
Give it away now.
Sitting right behind you.
Yes. So that's an interesting conversation. Obviously, there's a handful of free agents that we think the Bills should pick up. There's like Levi Wallace. There's a bunch of linemen like Boaker. I think defensive interior. Butler.
Bidet. Just get a bidet.
we got Butler. We got Harrison Phillips. We got Zimmer we still need to sign. There's a handful of guys that I think there's 5 positions we need to fulfill. And if that slot receiver is one of them that you guys think we should fill, that means you think Beasley's out and McKenzie is in. And let's not forget that Stevenson is there in the background. He's a rookie contract, so he's going to be there. So I don't know if it's going to be somebody that they're going to continue to develop, or if they just say, get rid of Beasley, don't sign McKenzie, Stevenson, you're up. But I think that's a long shot to say that, to be honest with you.
Well, that's why we're sitting here, right? I mean, we're going to see what happens in August.
Right. We're doing that Josh Allen right now. There, Swank.
Perfect time, Josh Allen.
Okay, you ready?
Well, while we're doing it, guys, we are drinking Any Day's Haze from Beer Tree Brew.
Tree Brew.
It's pretty good. Alcohol content 6.3.
Here come. Ready to receive another kill shot from the Wheel of Death, says Buffalo Spartan.
Oh, here it is, Buffalo.
Which one's this?
We got Kathleen Carlson, number 45. Kathleen Carlson. Congratulations.
That's a local person. That's Phelps.
So much, man.
Oh, nice.
That's a Phelps person. Speaking of Phelps, guys.
The Finger Lakes.
We have a lot of followers, obviously, all over the world.
Tons.
Tons.
We're like the Madonna.
But for those of you who don't know where we reside in the Finger Lakes area.
The beautiful Finger Lakes area.
Beautiful. They got a lot to offer. There's space, there's land, there's properties. If you want to buy a place out here on one of these beautiful lakes, up and coming, Finger Lakes are one of the most beautiful lakes to live on.
#1 wineries.
Wineries, breweries, everything else. And to a fault of our own and a fault of whatever, we, as 24/7 Buff Pandemonium, want to bring up the Finger Lakes area as far as a fanhood.
As
Bills fans. There's a lot of Bills fans out here, and there's a lot of Bills fans out there, as evidenced by you guys constantly complimenting and talking to us and having that conversation. But we're constantly looking for ways to improve our Finger Lakes area repertoire, as they say. So, guys.
As they say.
Who's saying it? We're the Finger Lakes guys, if anybody's asking.
That's right, damn it.
Beautiful Finger Lakes, that's right. And as you see, we're drinking beers here from all over the Finger Lakes area. what we hope to do by next season. We start March 15th, but by season start, we're going to sit down after today's show, and we're going to write down our goals and what we want to happen for this next year. And because of the Fandemonium, we're going to go big this year because I think we demolished all our goals from last year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go big. And one of those big goals is to have, hopefully, a Finger Lakes Brewery be partnered up with us so we can help promote them and help them grow, but also enjoy a beverage every Sunday with them, every K-Gun report, every Sunday session, and whatever shows we decide to do out throughout the next year. And that's our goal. That's one of the goals. So
we would love to say brought to you by.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, we put a lot of love and time and effort and stuff into this, and it's really because we're passionate about it. Like, these are literally the same conversations that we've had without the cameras for how many years outside of the Clipper?
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, what's up, man? Let's talk about the Bills. Like
15 years.
Yeah, man, for sure. So I don't know. We love doing it. If there is any sort of sponsor that wants to be out there and help us out, that'd be cool.
Brent Thomason said he'll buy cases, so there you go. There's your first
Hell
spot.
yeah, dude. This episode brought to you by Brent goddamn Thomason.
Paul Rossi says maybe the Irish Mafia should sponsor your show. Paul, give him a
I'm
call.
into that. I'm into that.
They have good stuff.
You know what's right next to Paul Rossi? The Bills Mafia, not Bills Mafia, but the Irish Mafia.
Right across the street, other half.
Other half.
But here's the
Hell
thing
yeah.
about Bill's Mafia or Irish Mafia that I love. You go in there and you want some food. Andre Reed will like this.
Tater tots.
They have tater
Andre, I
tots.
know you're watching. Tater tots. There you go.
We
There
love
you
it,
go.
Dude.
What else you want to talk
All
about?
right, so
guys?
the last thing we're gonna give away today is that canvas of Gabe Davis, and again, that's the big one, that's big item that Ryan Hickman from Buffalo Autographs, our sponsor, the best sponsor,
That's right.
called us actually a couple days ago and said, I want to do this for you guys in Easton and Josiah. I want to do this canvas for everybody. If you win it, he's gonna go get it signed by Gabe with a personal inscription on it. But he's making two. So you're gonna have one of two, and then our guy Easton's gonna have two of two. So this is the last one that we're gonna give away. We'll wait a couple minutes before we do it. But man, that's awesome. Do you see that image that told you I could swag?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
That's a nice picture.
Pretty cool, man.
That's an awesome picture.
Gabe Davis is going to be on this team for a long time,
Yeah.
and I think he's going to be a force to reckon with. It might be that changing of the guard when Stephon Diggs decides to retire when he's 47.
Look at all that he has proven in the last 2 years alone. We know he's got that toe drag swag, so the field awareness is impeccable with this guy, right? And then those deep post corner routes and those deep post routes. That's how he scored his touchdowns, guys. So he's got the toe drag swag. He's got the skinny post.
He's wide open too.
And he's open. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but I'm telling you, being side to side with Stephon Diggs, the number one route runner in the league, the benefits have outweighed the risks. And I'm telling you, this guy is, who knows who the number one is. Stephon Diggs is going to get the number one, but are they going to put a CB number one on this Gabriel Davis guy next year?
Real man of genius. Thanks, John Johns.
I mean, I think for sure you're not going to be able to ignore Gabriel Davis.
No.
Like, Emmanuel Sanders is debating retirement. I really appreciate what he did for this team for the first half of the season.
Absolutely.
I love the guy. He has said so many great things about Buffalo and done a lot of great charity work. I really hope he does. Like, I mean, if he wants to keep playing, but like, I think that this is like, to me, what I would want to go out on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Other than a Super Bowl, like this team, this way, being a part of something that was like really, really big. I don't know where your career would go from here. You know what I mean?
He even said that, and like he's contemplating retirement, which he wants to spend time with his family. We all
Yeah.
get that. But if he is to come back and play, he wants it to be with the Bills, and to have a team that's competitive for the last 2 or 3 years of your career, and you had the chance to, yeah. What other way? And he's already got one.
Yeah.
But he's just trying to get one more.
Yeah.
And a question 10 years down the road, if we do get him one more, would be which one was his best. Yeah, I mean, which one was his favorite? Don Nowak. Love the Finger Lakes. Grape Fest every year. That is in Naples, New York.
Yep.
That's a beautiful festival that they have down there. They have the roads shut down, and it's beautiful. Yeah,
Not too far away from Marsh.
Nope, we love it.
Mm-hmm.
So Gabe Davis has 2 more years with us. He signed that rookie contract. He's got 2022 season, 2023 season. Maybe I think that's it. But Emmanuel Sanders, if you came here for a Super Bowl, then you're going to have to play 1 more year because I believe next year's our year. Of course, that's the Bills' mantra, right? Every year.
Tommy do it.
But you
That's
know,
fucking great, dude.
unfortunately,
That's fucking great.
you might have to take a pay cut. Just because, you know, and you might have to understand that Gabriel Davis is taking your spot. So
And that's
Emmanuel Sanders takes a pay cut. He's going to take the drive. That's all he wants is to drive to the game.
I think that's okay.
And going from number 2 to number 5 wide receiver, you're going to have to take that pay cut, right?
Yeah. And would you rather have him as a number 5 than anybody?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for sure.
For me, you know what you get as a number 5 wide receiver. What do you get? Like 4 snaps, 5 snaps a game, 10 snaps? Not even 5,
We'll
right?
see what Ken Dorsey does.
Yeah.
Even
But
if
I gotta say probably, right? Like look at like Kumaro. How often was he in there, right?
Mhm.
Right.
So I think the only thing that's gonna keep that scenario from happening, which I love Emmanuel Sanders. Sure, stay as long as you want. But Jake Kumaro plays special teams. Can old ass Emmanuel Sanders play special teams? I don't know.
if he can get down to holding the kick spot, we might only carry Josh Allen. I mean, if he can get that down.
just Josh Allen. You could say a ton of cap room, just keep Josh Allen, and that's it.
There you go. There you go.
All right, guys. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun, man.
This is
I know
fun.
it sucks that our hour's up.
Again, we're going to be back March 15th
Oh yeah.
for the Kagan Report.
Oh yeah.
Season 3. Unbelievable.
Tell your friends. We're planning a big rager as soon as the shows ends. We got a couple hours of business to discuss, but we're planning the regular season rager part 2. It's probably going to be down here in the Finger Lakes region somewhere, but we're not going to make it the same day as the Buffalo party.
Yep.
We're hoping for like the week before so we can get a bunch of our friends up here. Maybe people can plan on traveling a little bit, coming and hanging, having some beers and having a good time. Get a bunch of our super fan friends up here.
There might be a band there too, right?
There might be a band there, man. I don't know. You know, it depends on how busy I want to be the day.
I don't want to call this individual out, but we did. Swank was kind enough to have Stevie Johnson do a cameo for us. And, he gave us big props, but
Said he might show
said,
up.
let us know about the second Rager, and he might be out. So, Stevie, I'm going to share this on Twitter.
You said this is a verbal contract.
Well, listen, my Sarah is a huge Stevie Johnson fan.
Yep.
You know, why so serious there?
You sure you want him there then?
Yes, absolutely. I would love for her to meet her favorite Buffalo Bill of all time.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
So that'd be great. So
I was
Stevie,
gonna say, given the opportunity, wouldn't you take that if you could meet
Stevie
Freddie
Johnson,
Jackson?
the week before the opening game of the season, come on out to the Rager Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell yeah!
Anything
But
else?
It doesn't end there, guys. We have we're coming back the 15th. Then we'll have our draft party, which lasts about 4 or 5 hours. So come and have a drink.
Call in.
We'll actually be taking phone calls from you guys and who you think each team. We don't just do the Bills; we do all 32 teams, actually 27. And so we got the draft party, and obviously that regular season Rager is what we're really pumped about for sure.
Yeah.
One more thing. We're going to sit here for a little bit and talk about what our plans are for Season 3. If you guys have any suggestions for what you want to see on 24/7 Buff and Among Kagan Report or Sunday Sessions or future episodes of anything, throw it out there. We will definitely take that in consideration. Yeah. We want this show to be, this whole 24/7 Buff Fandemonium page to be about the fans, the Fandemonium. So let us know if you guys have anything. All right.
100%.
110%. We're giving away this Gabe Davis. Canvas?
This is for the Gabe Davis canvas.
Dave Gavis.
Given by our sponsor, our partner, the best sponsor and partner anyone could possibly ever have with Ryan
Nobody's
Hickman.
had a better sponsor.
Right. This is a Gabe Davis canvas that's going to be 1 of 2 for you, and the 2 of 2 is going to be for Mr. Easton. So it's going to be a COA signed canvas with a personal inscription of your choice. So this is the big one. Man, I'm getting nervous about this.
Who's it going to? Spin that wheel! Pew, pew, pew. Cheers to everyone that's been watching.
Cheers.
This is all for
Here
Easton.
we go. Maureen Tack Scrooby.
Oh, Maureen Scrooby, congratulations.
Tack Scrooby, congratulations.
So everybody that has won, be sure to PM us your address so we can get everything out to you. But Maureen, you got something else to do. PM us your address, and then let us know what you want Gabriel Davis to write on it.
I know where Maureen lives.
Do you?
She's a coworker of mine.
I know
there
where
you go.
Maureen lives.
So
Maureen, I couldn't be more happy
Maureen,
for you.
she lives at 37-8.
But Maureen, it can't be a novel. It can't be a novel, obviously. But think of something creative. Think of something creative. It's all yours. It's going to be specialized for you from Gabriel Davis. It's a nice little toe drag swag against the Jets catch. And like Jared said, we wouldn't have this unless it was for our awesome partnership with Buffalo Autographs and Ryan Hickman and the generosity that he's continually showing us. So congratulations, Maureen. And little Easton. Easton, you got to think of something you want Gabe Davis to say to you, bud.
Yeah,
I must say, this is the first time we've ever had a multiple giveaway show that the winners
Same
of
person didn't win.
nobody won twice.
There you go.
So that is awesome.
Well, that's what happens when you have 90.
Yeah, over 90.
Yeah, that's again. Thank you everybody who participated. Again, not only for the money wise, but the prayers and the shares and the tags and just giving your thoughts to this family that 5-year-old little boy is going through a rough time, and the mom and dad and the whole family is too. So just keep sending that to them. Still a lot more stuff to go on, a lot of tests and all that junk to go that you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. But the prayers are out for the Josiah DeHond family in Easton. And this has been fun. So
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, everybody.
Bye.
We'll see you back. That is actually a classic Jared go. He wouldn't even say bye. You would just see his camera go. Boop, boop. Yeah. And Scott and I would be like,
Let's close it out how we usually do, guys, until we get to season 3. All right, closing thoughts, right?
Well, score prediction tonight. Go.
Score prediction for tonight.
Yep.
I already said it. 7-3. Matthew Stafford runs it in for a touchdown. He's your MVP. He wins it. Rams win.
Swank, score prediction.
I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it. 21-13, Rams.
42-10 Rams.
Damn.
All right, so we're gonna start the show all over again. Ryan Hickman is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey! Ryan says 17-10.
There you go.
Scott says F the Chiefs.
I did say that, but I didn't write that.
I like new Scott Reed, man.
So while we're doing the closing thoughts, guys, throw us Fandemonium, throw us your score prediction. Scott, lead us the way with the closing thought.
My closing thoughts.
Your clothing.
Clothing.
Oh.
Did I say that for real?
I said it.
Okay.
My closing thoughts go out to the DeHond family. Having kids of my own, I can't imagine what you guys are feeling right now. It is a long road, but understand that we do have your back. Understand that the prayers are coming, and anything we can do to help, let us know. I know what we're giving you as far as monetary goes is just a minute amount of money that can help with everything that's going on, but the prayers, everything. Let us know if you need anything. And Mafia, I couldn't be more proud. I know we participate in a lot of donations, a lot of raffles, and all that stuff. But Bills Mafia, you never underestimate. You always put up. They say walk the walk, talk the talk. We do that, and 24/7 Buff Fandemonium. That's part of the Mafia, guys, and we love having you guys on every week. Sunday sessions with Scott Swank and Ryan, and the K-Gun Report, and we're going to start back up in a little over a month, and we can't wait to have you guys participate. And right off the bat, that Gregory Russo is going to be up for a
day one.
It might be day one. Let's do a draft.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do our
Call it now, man.
you know,
Call it now.
Let's do day one, March 15th. We're going to have a Gregory Russo giveaway, and that's
you
what it
text
is.
Alan?
It's a giveaway.
Episode 1,
Did you
season 3, very first episode.
I got to ask Ellen and Swank first if
gotta
that's
ask Swank,
okay.
too.
But
You gotta ask Alan. Yeah, I mean me. I don't matter.
But
man.
guys, if you were to ask me where I'd be sitting as far as a Bills fandom in two years from now, I would not think that I'd be doing this with you guys or doing something like this for Easton and the DeHond family. So it's blown my expectations out of the water, and I am I can't be more proud of myself and this group and the Fandemonium as far as what we've accomplished just this year. And we're blowing our goals out of the water. We've set them high for this year, and I expect us to reach those goals too, guys. So I love you guys.
That's
I love
right.
you, Fandemonium, and go Bills. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Our goals are to own the Buffalo Bills by the end of this season.
That's right.
And we are gonna blow them out of the water. Now, I agree with you so much. I love what we did this season. I love everything that that we stand for and that happens here. And you're all a really great group of people. And these two dudes are some of the best dudes I know. And I don't know, man. Thanks for the opportunity to let us just bullshit and feel like we're, GMs for an hour or 2 hours a week or whatever it is, depending on K-Gun and Sunday sessions. This is like, it's crazy that we've gotten to talk to some of our heroes. We've gotten to meet such great people. We've gotten to participate in Shout for a Cause events and donations, and I don't know, man. It's very fulfilling, and you guys make it all worthwhile. So thanks for helping my friend out, and just love you guys, man. I can't wait for season 3. It's gonna be amazing.
Jared, before you jump in, 91 donations, $1,825.
Nice.
That's crazy. Thank you.
And you mentioned that again, the fact that when we first started this, being part of a donating raffle wasn't kind of even on our script, but it happened once, and then once it happened, it took off. And there's nothing more than helping a family or an individual out when times are shitty for them. And that's going to be something that we have written down for our goals for next year, is to basically help people get out of that gutter or get out of that situation they're in. So we hope that this all continues with the donation raffles. We love the participation with the raffles, especially because we originally had 3 items, and then the Mafia showed up and said Canvas, Russo, Andre Reed. Yeah, it's amazing. So keep up the good work, Bills Mafia. We love you, and we're part of you, so this is something amazing. Go ahead.
We got one more thing. We're going to be on a hiatus for a little bit. Don't be afraid to check out our partner at Buffalo Autographs. Don't be afraid to go there. If you're bored, if you can't, you're looking for that itch, Ryan Hickman does live streams. He's got a nice little setup now. Go hit him up. He'll talk to you. He talk to you just like we talk to you guys. So hit up Buffalo Autographs, Ryan Hickman, for the razzes and the giveaways that they do.
This is a very important time of year for him, too, because this is when all the signings and stuff are happening. So go support him. If you want your stuff now, get it. Oh, man. Guys, I can't wait to see you guys March 15th. Again, we're nothing without the Fandemonium, and we're going to have that Rager coming up in September, and nothing will fulfill our goal for this 24/7 Buff Fandemonium group as to meet everybody that participates during the shows. Mm-hmm. So we're going to try to find a place where the hotels, motels are close, where we can actually have time with you guys and give you the appreciation that you deserve.
Big old pregame Bills party. Let's freaking do it.
There you go. Hell yeah. We're going to have Mondo under the truck drunk, right? Is that what?
Super fan down.
Super fan. Guys, all right. We'll see you March 15th. Until then, just be positive and take care of each other. And we'll see you March 15th.
Yep.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Yo, don't forget to check out the pages and keep up, because we're not dead. We're just taking a little break. There'll still be a ton of information and posts on all of our groups and Facebook pages, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. So
Endless Mountain Mondays hasn't stopped, though. Check out Mondays. We'll still have a live band.
It won't be tomorrow because that's Valentine's Day, dude. Taking my girl out. I don't know. We might go to the Olive Garden, Home Depot. I don't know if we'll have enough time. We'll see.
Okay, here's the thing. Ready? Swag before you close this out. Love your wife significant. Love the one you're with. Sorry, I don't know what that came from.
No, I'm just going to let that hang for a minute. All right, go Bills!
This is a dangerous group.